good evening, everybody. I'm fixing to show you how I towed my trailer with my big four-wheel drive. It's pretty simple. My trailer sits pretty low to the ground, but as you can see, well, let me turn you around here real quick. You see the tongue of my trailer over there? Right there, I'm talking about that right there. That is 18. The tongue of the trailer is 18 inches off the ground. But the tongue of my truck, okay, the tongue of the trailer, my travel trailer, is 18 inches off the ground. But the tongue of my truck is 23 and a half. So that's a difference of about 5.5 inches. So how do I tow my trailer level with a big truck, big tall truck that is? Because at 5.5 inches, your trailer will be sitting up, you know, the tongue will be up in the air, riding on the back axle. So the way I do it, I take this off right here. Just like that. Put my pin back on the, or carter back on the pin. And I use a product that's made for towing trailers. It's a drop hitch, what it is. This just slides the receiver. It's an extension, what it is, got a bunch of holes in it. You just slide this in the receiver. Now it gives me, then I take, man, it's hot today. It's like 90, it's 94, I think, and then the humidity's like over 100. I'm burning up. But anyhow, you take this piece right here, which is pretty much the same thing as this, except it don't go in the receiver. It's got a, I know this black ain't showing up good, but it's got two holes right here. And you determine your height. There's a bunch of holes here. We're just going to stick it in one. I believe earlier I checked it. It was this one right here. So the trailer, we said the trailer was 18 inches off the ground. So that means the ball, this right here, this piece right here, needs to be 18 inches off the ground. Let's see. That is, that's not going to be right, because that's, oh, I know what I did wrong. That was 27 inches off the ground. The reason is, I put it in upside down. You can actually, if you got a trailer with a tall tongue on it, you can put it in like this. But I need to do it like this. There we go. I need to turn it upside down. Let me just try this hole right here. I need to be 18 inches off the ground. That is roughly about 16, so I need to come up 2 more inches. Now I'm doing this so I can tow my trailer, my travel trailer level, not have it tilted up or tilted down. So I'm gonna go up 1 more hole. Try it right here. And the goal is to try to get the ball the exact same height as my tongue. So it'll be, the trailer will be carrying its own weight and you know, be towing level. So my trailer tongue is 18 inches. The bottom of this plate right here is 16, but you gotta think there's no ball on here yet. So this is 16 inches off the ground. This ball is 2 inches, about 3/4. So we got to add 2 inches and 3/4 top of this. So 16 is this right here at the tip plate. We add 2 3/4 inches, so it'll be 17, 18 and 3/4. So still about 3/4 of an inch too tall. So let me drop it one more hole. See if that makes it level. So we got 14.5 inches. We got to add 2 1/4. So it'll be 14.5, 15.5, 16.5, and 3/4 will be 17. That's a little bit too low. So the best spot is going to be right here. And it's going to be a 16, 17, 18. So it's going to be about 3/4 of an inch too tall. But we can work with that. Because more than likely the weight of the trailer is going to press down and drop it that 3/4 of an inch. So we can work with that. That'll work. Let me get inside and I'll show you more of this product. Son, it was hot out there. I come inside, man, I've got to get a new tablecloth. This thing shows dust so bad. But anyway, that's not what I was going to talk about. I had to come inside. It's so hot out there today. This might be a little dark right here, but you ain't missing nothing. I got the blinds pulled and AC running wide open. It's like 97 degrees out there. Heat index is over 100 at the moment. But always talking about out there, and if that was like the volume was really low and quiet, I forgot I was so far away from the camera. Maybe it picked it up. I wouldn't even think about it until I come in here. So it don't look like it, but right now the camera's like right here in front of me. Out there I had it set back so you can see the bumper of the truck. I wasn't even thinking about that. But what I was showing you out there is this is a Max Haul. It's a it's not made by Reese. You know, everybody knows Reese Hitch. Everyone has one on their vehicle. This is not made by a Reese Hitch, but it's the same thing. It'll work fine on a Reese Hitch. That's what I got on my truck. But it's the brand name is Max Haul. You can pick this up online at Walmart.com. But the area I'm in, the store actually has it on the shelf for, I think I gave $35, tax and everything about $38. Well worth it. But some of y'all know, not everybody, but I used to pull this camper with my little pickup truck, my Nissan Frontier. It's a little small truck. If some people don't know what it is, it's about the size of an S10 or something of that nature. You know, it's a small truck. This camper's so easy to pull. But anyway, that's what I used to pull this camper with. Without straying too much, the secret to pulling the travel trailer, if you'll get this thing perfectly level, mine's a double axle. Single axle's a little bit harder, but a double axle, if you'll get that travel trailer perfectly even, I'm talking about when it's hooked to your vehicle, distribute your weight on the inside pretty good, the best you can. It's kind of hard to do if you're living in it full time because you got so much stuff in here. But distribute the weight as best you can. And the way I do that, my water tank is on the, I guess you say, the passenger side of it, my onboard water tank. And my bathroom is on the right side, driver's side, which has got my gray water tank and my black water tank. If them are empty, and most 90% of the time they are, I dump them every chance I get. That puts a lot of weight over on this right side, or passenger side, however you want to look at it. Because my onboard water tank, I try to keep it full all the time. And it's a 50 gallon. It's one I've had, it's aftermarket. I put it in there, went to Tractor Supply and bought me one of the plastic farmer tanks farmers use for spraying you know, chemicals and stuff. I'm using that for my water tank. Before anybody even says anything, I don't drink that water. That's just for my shower, you know, cooking, washing hands. I buy my drinking water and I filter my drinking water on these Brita, you know, filter pitchers. So yes, I know that plastic tank is not free of all them chemicals and everything, but I don't drink it. So anyway, get past all that. You can go ahead and grab it what you want, I don't care, because I'm going to do it anyway. I'm just playing with you. But seriously, back to distributing weight. That thing's always full, so the camper is always heavy on the right side. When I'm parked, I don't so much worry about, you know, what is where. But when I'm traveling, now remember, the key to this is get your travel trailer to set perfectly level. When it's hooked to your vehicle, just for visualization, this is your trailer, this is your tow vehicle. Your trailer shouldn't be jacked up real high on the nose. It shouldn't be dipped down real low, you know, your vehicle sag, and it shouldn't be dipped down. It should be set perfectly level. And by doing that, you're not dragging all the trailer, you know, all the weight of the trailer. The trailer is carrying the weight. You're just making it move with your tow vehicle. That's the reason I was able to tow this with a little B.O. Nissan pickup, and did excellent. It didn't struggle or nothing. It did excellent. I'm kind of getting off course there, but the way I balance mine out when I'm getting ready to travel, everybody knows them blue aqua container jugs. You can get them just about anywhere, 7-gallon jug, water jugs. I keep 2 of them full. That's 14 gallon, just in case I'm way off in the woods or somewhere where I can't get water, where I don't want to hook up and drag the camper, you know, 50 miles to get water. I keep that as backup, and I rotate it too so the water don't get stale. Every time I stop somewhere to get water, I'll either take that and pour it in my tank so I can refill it, you know, kind of recycle it. But anyhow, the point is, that's 14 gallon of water. I'll set that, my onboard water tank's on the right side. I'll take them 2 and set them over here somewhere on the left side, driver's side, to kind of, you know, get some more weight back over here. And I keep some tools underneath my bed. My toolboxes, they're pretty heavy. I've got quite a bit of tools. I pretty much got everything I need, as far as sockets, wrenches, screwdrivers, you know, extra parts and supplies. I keep all that on the left side or driver's side also, to kind of offset that water tank. Refrigerator's over here, you know. Anyway, the point of rambling on about that is make sure you got your weight distributed out. You're not heavy on one side or the other, or heavy in the back, heavy in the front. When you get ready to travel, make sure the best you can distribute your weight out. Alright, I just rambled around in circles on that, didn't I? So the goal is to get that trailer to set perfectly level. It should almost balance on your axles. I mean, when you set it down on the hitch of your tow vehicle, it's going to press on it some. Don't get me wrong, it's going to press on it some, but it shouldn't change the height of your tow vehicle at all. It shouldn't squat it down or anything. And the nose, your tongue shouldn't be pointed way up in the air. Okay, back to what we started talking about. Old Black Betty, she's a 4-wheel drive Blazer. I got a 4-inch lift with 33-inch tires on it, or actually 32 1050s. They're like this far from being 33s. So since I'm not towing this with the little Nissan no more, my Blazer sits way up in the air. If you could hear me outside, I did some measuring. Now this trailer, I mean, this line I'm on is not perfectly level, but my trailer is pretty, I mean, according to my leveling bubbles outside, it's almost perfect. So I measured the tongue. It's 18 inches off the ground. Not the top of the tongue, you know, the metal part. You kind of measure the inside, visualize where the ball goes up in the cup. You know, it's kind of visualize measuring from right inside that cup, not the top of it, because you're going to lose a little bit. But it's 18 inches off the ground. I measured my truck bumper, which where it's parked, it ain't exactly level ground, but it is close, you know, enough to give me an idea. It measured out the ball being, what did we say? I was just after 23 3/4 or 22 3/4, something like that. We'll just go with 22 3/4. That's a huge difference. If I was to put this trailer on that truck right now, sorry I shook the table, my truck would be here and my trailer, the tongue would be pointed way up in the air, which it would probably press down the truck a little bit, but still, I've got 2 axles. All the weight would be towing on that back axle. It wouldn't be hardly nothing on the front, because it'd be riding down the road like this. So what I went and bought, I've actually had this for quite a while now. I just, you know, I've been static in this one spot working this job, so I haven't had no reason to use it. But and they put a label right over the picture. I don't know why they do that. But anyway, you'll get the general idea. It's there really ain't no good pictures on here to show you. I was wanting to show you more outside, but it's just so hot out there. But like I said, this is not a Reese Hitch brand, but it will work in a Reese receiver. That's hard to say. Reese receiver. It's actually called Max Haul, but it'll work on a Reese receiver. That's what I've got on my truck. Fits just fine. They got two different sizes. Now the one I bought, they claim gross towing weight. That's what GTW stands for. It'll tow 5,000 pounds. So this trailer don't weigh 5,000. Fully loaded. You know, I live in here full time, so all my clothes, food, onboard water. Sometimes the tanks are kind of full, the black gray tanks. Just odds and ends junk you got sitting around. This trailer weighs at the time that I went to truck stop and weighed it, with the little Nissan, this trailer weighed, I don't remember now, it's like 3,200 something pounds. So I'm way under that 5,000. So we ain't gotta worry about that. TW, if you can see that, that stands for tongue weight. This thing will handle 500 pounds right at the end of the tongue, which you really don't have to worry about this too much. Well, let me rephrase that. I won't get nobody in trouble. With a little small camper like I have, a little 18 foot, you don't have to worry about that too much, because you're not going to get much more than 600, maybe 700 pounds on a tongue, unless you just take everything you own and set it right here in the front. I mean, this is not going to happen. I've been doing this a long time. I've had a couple of these little trailers. It just, you're just not going to do it. If you just be reasonable about, like I said earlier, spreading your weight out, you know, you just ain't, don't worry about it, you ain't gonna do it. But if you have a huge trailer, say a 28 foot, 38 foot, some of these big old trailers you see going down the road, I'm not talking about fifth wheels, bumper pull. Now you gotta watch your tongue weight there, because you could very easily go over that 500 on one of them jobs. They're so big. But we're not gonna worry about that. We're worried about my trailer today. Anyhow, I'm not going to read this whole thing to you. I'll read some of it. It's a two-piece system, and the pictures are horrible. I wish I showed you better out there, but I was burning up, wasn't even thinking about it. And that's the only picture they got. And that ain't really no better. It's a two-piece system. If that sticker wasn't in the way, I could show you. But you got a piece. That's a picture of somebody's bumper, and that's a receiver. You got a piece that it sticks in there, and it's like an L-shaped bar, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 holes in it. That's what these pins go in. Now this is a separate piece. Now it's no different than what most people have in their receivers. The little bar it slides in with the ball. That's pretty much what this is taking the place of. Only difference is it gives you adjustability. With all them holes, you can move this up. It says that you can drop it down as low as 5 inches, 6.5 inches, 8, 9, or 9.5 inches. Or you can flip this bar, you know, this first piece I was talking about, it actually goes in the receiver. You can flip it upside down to where it's pointing up, and you can raise it to 3 3/4 inch, 5 1/4 inch, 6 3/4 inch, or 8 1/4 inch. Which I don't need that. My truck's already too tall, so I need to come down. So you know, I've got the bar pointing down, and that's how I'm gonna level my trailer out. And I've already measured. I've already hooked it up. It works great. Of course, you know, like I said, my trailer's sitting level because I've got it leveled out with jacks and everything. My truck, you know, this ground's a little lumpy, but it's close. You know, I've got it pretty close, and I can do some more adjusting once I leave here. I can stop at a truck stop, Walmart, anywhere for a level parking lot. You know, I can adjust it a little bit and get it perfect. But yeah, this thing was I never forgot. I wish I had a receipt. It's like $35 in tax. So we'll just say something like $38. It's called Max Haul 8-position adjustable ball mount. If you're having trouble with your trailer riding high or riding low, maybe you got a real low vehicle and you got one of them high boy trailers. Well, around here in the South we call them high boys. You've seen some of the travel trailers seem like they're sitting really high off the ground. I mean, a lot of clearance underneath. I don't know what the actual name of that is. Down here we call them high boys. But the point of saying that is, if you got a high boy, you know, and your tow vehicle's lower than your tongue, you know, this would work perfect for that. You flip it upside down, it gives you extra height. Or in my case, my truck sets real high, And this is what we down here we call low boys. This thing sits low to the ground. That's one thing I don't like about her. That's not what we're talking about today, is it? But mine sits real low to the ground, and my truck sits real high. So I had a 18, 19, 20, 20, almost a 5-inch difference. So instead of my trailer riding like this, with this 2-piece system here, I was able to bring my hitch point, not my truck, but my hitch point right down level with my trailer. So now my trailer is going to tow perfectly level, which makes, some of y'all that's been doing this a long time, you understand exactly what I'm saying. If you get that trailer perfectly level and distribute your weight, you don't even know what's back there. I mean, it just pulls so easy. What makes your tow vehicle struggle so bad, I'm getting the hiccups again, I always do it every time, I don't know why, but what makes your tow vehicle struggle so bad is either the nose of your trailer's down, which is really putting a strain on your tow vehicle. I mean, it's almost like you got to hold it and pull them back, or your trailer, is unlevel and your tongue's pointing way up. That's making your tow vehicle just drag that weight. It's the trailer's not carrying its own weight, your tow vehicle's carrying it. And it's really hard on transmission. That's the reason a lot of people's transmissions overheat and go out, or engines overheat, because you're just working it to death. If you'll get that trailer perfectly level and let the trailer carry its own weight, I mean, it's honestly, it's like you don't even know what's back there. Now the only thing with this system I don't like, which I don't use one on my low trailer, is the anti-sway bar system. Theoretically I should have one on here, but this thing's not big enough to worry about that, or even justify buying one. Now I used to have a 28-foot travel trailer. Now I have one on it, because that thing would get to whipping back and forth on a windy day, or sometimes you get on a highway, y'all been on them, it's got like ruts in them, kind of makes you wander around in the road. That big old long sucker get to whipping back and forth, and next thing you know, you're doing this, So I put one on it, but this little trailer here, I don't need one, because it's so small, being only 18 foot long, and this is a low profile one. The mass of the vehicle, now my little Nissan, it drifted a little bit on windy days, but this old Blazer, she's such a pig that her weight and mass is almost as big as this trailer, so it kind of equals out. But that's what I was going to say. That's one thing I don't like about this. I don't believe it would work with the anti-sway bar system, or vice versa. Anti-sway bar system wouldn't work with this. You could probably get it to work. A little bit of customizing, a little tweaking here and there, you could probably get one to work. I just don't, I really don't see how you would do it without really maybe doing some welding, making some brackets or something of that nature. It'd be more trouble than what it's worth for me, just put it that way. But yeah, this video's getting kind of long. I just wanted to show you maybe some of y'all having trouble with your tow trailers. Now, some people, like I said, that do this full time, that's out here all year long, you've done figured out what you need to do to tow your trailer. This is the ones that go out, a couple weekends a year. Or, I've met several people on the road that can do a little month-long trips during the year. They don't live them full time, so they don't stay out here long enough to figure out what works and what don't. So this is just to kind of help them people. But yeah, look online, Walmart.com, and you might be able, depending on where you're at, you might be able to get it in the store. I actually saw this online. Well, I actually saw it on Amazon first, but I always go to Walmart.com. They beat Amazon prices every time. Plus, you can have it shipped right to your store that's in your area, or if you got a friend, you can use their address, you can ship it to them. But I like Walmart.com because I can order something and say, usually takes 2 or 3 days to come in, sometimes 4, and I could be sitting here and say in 3 days I may be 200 miles down the road. Well, I'll find a Walmart 200 miles down the road and have it shipped to that Walmart. So it works out great for me. But the main reason is Walmart.com usually always beats Amazon prices, or at least on the stuff that I look at. And I looked at this on Amazon. It's actually a different brand. It wasn't Max Haul, but they wanted $65 for it. I said, well, I'm gonna look at Walmart.com real quick, and this popped up, which like I said, is a different brand, but $35. Half of what Amazon wanted. It seemed to be good quality product as far as how it's made and welded and put together. Good heavy steel. It's got some serious weight to it. This thing's actually pretty heavy. So I think it's going to be okay. I've done had my truck, had this on my truck, and had it hooked up to the camper. Just trying to, you know, adjust the height and all that, get an idea where it needs to be. But I haven't towed it down the road with it yet. But just from what I've seen, just looking at the product and messing with it earlier today, I think it's going to work great. I don't see no problems out of it. But anyhow, I'm going to get off here. Hope everyone's had a great day. Say hello to all my subscribers. Y'all are great. You know, message me and check on me and everything. That's pretty cool. I appreciate that. It does mean a lot. Like I said before, I've just been really super busy. This is getting to the end of work season for my job. I'm really doing some hustling, trying to bank that money. You know, like these jobs at work don't pay. You know, you don't get rich with them. So you really gotta hustle and put in some hours if you want to bank some big money. I'm not trying to get rich. I just, you know, I like to have a little comfortable nest egg, just something in case, like my Nissan, you know, it got wrecked. So I was able to get this old girl here. I was able to get her back on the road. Had to do some work to it, you know, get her fixed up, and, you know, buy stuff like this to be ready to travel. So, you know, I like to have a little nest egg put back just for emergency cases. And plus, you need money to travel on. So yeah, you know, I gotta save a lot of money. I can't just spend my check as soon as I get it. But yeah, I'm gonna get off here because I'm starting to go on that circle thing again, ain't I? Yeah, I'll try to make some videos when I can. When something interesting happens, I'm not just gonna get on here and just ramble about nothing. That's boring. That bores me, you know. So, like I said, I've been working a lot of hours, staying real busy. I leave at the end of August. You know, I'm doing the sugar beet harvest again this year. I know some of y'all wondering, well, what happened to the job thing? I just don't think I want to do it. I mean, part of me, yeah, part of me wants to do it, but then there's part of me that's just not ready to stop bumming around, you know, traveling around. I'm just not ready to quit. And I don't want to settle down and take that job and get unhappy, you know. And right now, I'm not unhappy with what I'm doing, you know, doing seasonal jobs and traveling. I'm still enjoying it, so evidently I'm not ready to quit. There'll be a day that, you know, like old Forrest Gump says, you know, I'm tired, I think I'm gonna go home. So I know that day will come one day. I just don't think it's right now. And who knows, I may go do the sugar beet harvest and be ready to come home for good. I don't know. I never know what tomorrow's going to bring me, and that's what makes it fun. I try not to make plans. For one thing, they never happen. They always get messed up. But not having a plan is kind of what makes it fun for me. When I say not having a plan, I mean you should, if you're doing this lifestyle or thinking about doing it, you should have some kind of plan. But I'm talking about, you know, saying, well, 6 months from now I'm going to park the old RV and get back to 9 to 5, and you know, I don't try to plan all that out. When the day comes, it'll happen when it happens, you know. So right now I'm just going to keep enjoying life. Still work. I mean, don't get me wrong. I just be working seasonal jobs instead of having one permanent steady job. So yeah, ain't nothing. Really, nothing's going to change. But anyhow, what's this, July? I don't know what today is, but I got about another month and a half, and I'll be headed up to sugar beet harvest. I'm really excited. It's like seeing family, seeing my old friends up there, people I work with every year. The supervisor, he's great. He's a really great guy, fun to be around, fun to work for. Really easygoing, laid back. He don't crack whips at you. He just asks that you do your job, and that makes it fun. So I'm ready to get back and see my friends, and I'm ready to do some traveling. I've been here, where was it? I've been here 4 months. Well, by the time I leave, it'll be 5 months. I've been sitting in one spot for quite a while, and I'm ready to get back on the road, you know. I'm ready to go. I feel the itch. I'm gonna miss my family though. That's the only thing that's making it hard on me. Gonna miss my brother and his family. Them little youngins of his that little boy cracks me up. He's funny. But yeah, I'm gonna really miss them. That's gonna, you know, kind of be a bummer about leaving again, but you know, I'm coming back. I'm not gonna be gone forever, because it gets too cold up there in North Dakota. Man, it gets cold. I ain't gonna be there no longer than I gotta be. getting a little bit of my money, and I'm coming right back south. So, you know, I'm going to get to see them again here pretty quick. But anyhow, I'm going to get off here. Hope y'all had a great day. I really appreciate you sticking around and waiting for another boring rambling session. It means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. Hope everyone's had a great day, great night, whenever you might be watching this. And wow, hang on just a second. There's a bird on my window, but I can't see him. Oh, it flew off. That was pretty cool. I got my curtains pulled, but he was on the window, and it was like, I don't know. You just had to see it. Okay, I'm gonna get off here. Hope you had a great day, and God bless you.